You got a chance to make it out the projects and you wanna go flags, nigga? No. Is you gon' ball or fall? Hell, no. Nigga, what's wrong with you? Is you gon' ball? You got a shot to make it out the projects and you wanna go flags, nigga. Is you gon' ball or fall? Just had an article about him in Cal High, but while he supposed to be at practice, he out getting high. Wanna play for the Ducks, but his grades suck. UCLA was checking on him, but his grades suck. Since Pop wanna know, homies hit that hard. As a senior nationwide, had the most.
If you had 10 of these boys that was leaving right now, that they from over here that played with us and that you coached all these years, and they was finna go play for another team, what would you say? And play for another school in the outside neighborhood. What would you say to them? If you could say one thing to them and their parents at the same time.
First thing I tell the parents to do is do their homework. Everybody got a choice. You know what I mean? And any parent can attest to that. I'm not trying to downplay nobody else's program. Keep it 100. There's a sense of loyalty though to your community. You want to win and give back to your community. You know, myself coming through and making it to the professional level, I still chose to come back and coach and give back to my community. I didn't say forget my community and just go somewhere else and do that. Hey, I chose to come back and work through here. So what I'm telling these kids, if you've played with us all the way up and went to school right here all the way up, and all of a sudden somebody can come in and tell you to do something else and your parents don't do their homework, they're making a mistake. Because they built this school for a reason. You know what I mean? And we have a lot of resources, the grassroots program, there's a lot of positive things going on. But if you don't stop by for yourself to see it, you're going to believe what somebody else tell you, then you made a mistake. I'll say my daughter, for instance, she didn't even play no sports. Her first year, she was at Patrick Henry. Her mom just said, I don't really want her over at Lincoln. I don't want her to get no trouble. I said, who told you she was going to get in trouble? Didn't we raise her right? Didn't we raise her right? She said, yeah, we did. I said, okay, well, she going to be fine. The school she was at, she wasn't allowed to get in. She didn't get a chance to play volleyball because they had clubs. She didn't get a chance to get in the ASB, or she didn't get a chance to get in journalism, things that she wanted to get involved in. She still maintained a 3.7 there, 3.5. I told her mom she coming over here as a sophomore. She maintained a 3.9 GPA. She did journalism. She did law club. She did volleyball, and she ran track. But she ended up getting an academic scholarship, the Dean Scholarship to UCSD, because she went to this school, grassroots program. She would have never gotten that scholarship over there. And then her mom was like, you know what, hey, that was the best decision we made for our daughter. And I'm saying exactly. You know, so she get a full ride to UCSD, everything paid for. She turns it down. Dad, I don't want to go there. I want to go to UC Santa Barbara. So I'm like, okay, I got to dig in my pocket then, because the scholarship was for UCSD. But guess what? Because she went to the school and applied, did things she was supposed to, she gets the Bill Gates Millennium Scholarship. It's paid for the next 8 years. She got to pay for nothing. She's at UC Santa Barbara, maintaining a 3.7 GPA, going to study abroad next year in Portugal.
Because she went here.
But she went to Lincoln.
Right.
But they don't think that we produce students like that. And we do. Not just athletes, but students as well, man. It's a lot of different programs that people don't know. The early middle college that we got, you can actually leave out of here and have a whole year of your college completed. Your freshman year can be completed. All you got to do is take the classes, the 7th period class right here on the bottom level. It's actually being taught by a JC professor. You know, so when you don't come by and do your homework,
you won't know that.
Exactly. And then we have summer school right now, and it's crazy because I roll around summer school, man, I'm seeing all these different kids, bodies I don't know. Oh yeah, we from Mission Bay, we play at Mission Bay, and we play over here, and I'm from here, and I play at Madison. I said, well, y'all couldn't go here, but y'all can all go here for summer school. So why are y'all out there failing? Because half my squad don't go to summer school because we handled our business.
Right.
But all y'all is over here now going to summer school because you failed out there where you thought they was going to take care of you.
But they don't know that they just want y'all to come work for the squad.
They want you to come win, rub it in our face. If we lose against you, you know, the thing is, man, we played a couple of teams before, and I seen the kids not leaving with the bus, going back up north. Now, we might as well stay here because it's closer. We only stay right around the corner. I left here yesterday, right down on the corner. I see a kid with the Madison jersey and helmet, right here on the corner. I Around the other corner, 2 kids from Scripps Ranch. All football players.
So, are they doing something to be able to be eligible to go to school out there, or can they be bused out there?
They can be, but it's open enrollment. You have a choice to go to whatever school you want to. And the way that CIF set that up is, you know, you can go within a 25-mile radius. Well, guess what, man? We right in the middle of everything.
So they can go anywhere.
So you can go anywhere you want to. You know, we 15 minutes from everybody.
Right.
So we fall right into that category where it don't even matter to us.
So if you in Oceanside, you only gonna play for North County teams.
Exactly.
So you gonna play for the
Oceanside stays strong because Oceanside play for Oceanside.
Right.
You know, we tear each other down from within, which is part of the problem. You know, with Valencia Park being one of the oldest Pop Warner organizations out here and one of the most historical programs and produce some of the best talent in the city, in the state of California. Every year, yeah, in the world, all the way up there, man. And at this point, every year I hear VPs folding. Oh, well, my son couldn't be the star right now, so I'm gonna take him to another program, and I'm gonna take 15 of your kids with me. I'm gonna take 15 kids with me out of the neighborhood, and let's go play in another neighborhood. And we wasn't raised like that.
Right.
We played where we was at.
Right.
Now, since I stopped coaching down there at the Pop Warner level, man, I had 119-9 record. I didn't have no waivers. I've coached and played with our kids here in the community. Now, if I was still having our kids in the community, I would have that same success on this level.
Right. 100. What's your record?
119-9.
Ooh.
7 years. And that was all with kids that was right around here. Everybody could walk to practice. Everybody was 5-10 minutes away. We push them nonstop. I'm on them academically. We push practice back to 4 o'clock because the teacher stays at 4 o'clock for tutoring. So I don't want to interfere with none of that. Mm-hmm. I'll make sure we student athletes first. And like I said, I go down the list with my kids, man, and they're doing great. So even if it's a scholarship or not, scholarships is hard to come by, but they still are eligible and qualified to go and accept college. College letters.
Tell me this, Coach. The last time I came, we had a lot of kids. Remember I was telling you about that ball and fall?
Yeah.
So we had a lot of kids that was borderline gangbanging. Not a lot of kids. We had a few kids that we was concentrating on, that we saw that we needed to watch on going to the streets, and sticking to the. How has that worked out in the last year or two?
The last couple of years, those kids actually panned out okay. You know, there was a couple of kids that didn't want to listen and still want to test the waters.
Hey, get a break. Hold on, get a break.
And ended up getting themselves in some trouble. You know, nothing major though, but to the point where they fell out of eligibility, had to go to a charter school, and they still come up here now wanting to practice, and I'm telling them I can't do that. You know, but we did have some kids that actually got it together, man, and understood that they have an opportunity. Came out, maintained 3.0s, became qualifiers, man, and actually doing well. You know, some at JCs, some at HBCs, they getting it in. You know, and then what the parents are not doing is telling our kids, man, that there's a college for everybody if that's the route you want to go. The college ain't for everybody, but there is a college if there is one that you want to go. It ain't just the SCs, the UCLAs, the Cals, the Oregons. You know what I mean? It's a whole bunch of different schools that you can fit into. So the thing is, like, I'll get bounce backs as juniors and seniors. Right. I'll get bounce backs in the programs. Kids that we had when we were younger. The parents said, "Okay, we don't want you to go here in the neighborhood. We want to send you out somewhere else." But then didn't really follow up with them academically or what they was actually doing out there. And then when the things don't work out, if they're used up or they got in trouble in the school, they bring them back and say, "Can you help me out?" I'm like, "You're going to bring me a junior or a senior with barely a 2.0 GPA, if that, you want me to work a miracle." You know, and I'm trying to explain to them from the beginning, man, I had a 0.83. I played my freshman year. I didn't get to play again until my senior year. And my main reason was because I didn't have no grades. I played 1 year. I scored over 30-something touchdowns. Had University of Miami come down, man, offer me. No, I'm not gonna let none of these kids go through that. Not on my watch. That ain't gonna happen on my watch. You know, Dennis Ashton himself come down and offer me a scholarship, bro, and I couldn't take it. Coach wouldn't even let me talk to him because he said, you don't have the grades. What you need to talk to him for? He came down here to see you,
Was that
you didn't take care of your business.
Yeah, Coach Shaq?
Yeah, he kept it real with me, bro. He said, what you need to talk to him for? You don't have the grades to go there. That was the biggest reality check I had to face. So I don't allow these kids for that,
I got to where I want to be.
Right.
I got the look I want.
Got the look I want, the school I wanted. And it didn't get to make that happen. You know, so I just make it real big for these kids to stay in the mix. Stay in the mix, keep the academics up straight. Man, and the scouts still come through no matter what. We still have a legacy, tradition, history around here. They all come through. You know, it's our average at least 30 come by in the spring. You know, they want to know what's going on with the Hive. They know we got pure talent over here. The only question that they did have was grades, but now they see the transcript sitting on my desk, and they say, okay, we now know the grades is not an issue.
Hey, like academically, how do the rest of the schools be? Like what they stats be like far as the people that's really going all that like you said average.
I mean, most schools don't have a problem with eligibility. The kids are actually fine. You don't need a 2.0 to be able to play. It's not really a big deal, you know. But when it comes to the testing scores, which I like to throw out a lot, to try to deter people away from Lincoln, Moore, San Diego High, in certain areas, they say, you know what, the scores at your school is not as good as Scripps Ranch. And I said, okay, well, look at the demographics. Okay, look how close we are on the south side. You know, our school is 75% Hispanic. So that is not English, not the first language. So of course our test scores are going to hurt in certain areas if you want to go to that extent. But they don't want to go to that extent. They'll just throw it out there. Oh, your test scores aren't as high. But I'm gonna tell you right now, we got kids coming through here with 4.5s, 4.3s, the whole nine, man. That's getting it in, just like everybody else. The thing is that we don't kick them out like that, man. We gonna stick by and we gonna help you. You know, as soon as they see a problem, a kid struggling, they get rid of the kid, send them back down to us, and we don't do that. We don't turn our back on the kids like that. We gonna find a way to make sure that you can get through the school system. We gotta stay extra. We gotta do some extra work. We gotta put you with a different person. We gotta put you with a different teacher.
Same way they gonna do with their kids.
Exactly.
Out there.
Exactly.
It might not be the same way we do it, but they doing stuff to make sure that their kids got the edge from the beginning.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And we just fall for it all the time, man. We think it's better on the other side. And you know, like I said, my pro ranks and my college ranks, man, we talk about this all the time, bro. What would happen if we all just decided to play in HBCUs? What would happen then?
I went to one.
Yeah. What would happen then? With them million dollar contracts, with them media contracts and the whole nine. What if all them top players we just said, hey, we just going on to play where we at? What would happen then? It'd be a whole different ball game.
Yeah, that's a cold game.
We talk about that every year I play in the league. We always come like, man, what would happen? And what if we all just would have went and played at the HBC?
Like Jerry Rice, huh?
Man, yeah, and all this. What would have happened if we would have done that?
Yeah. We got kids jumping all over our schools, going to all these other different schools, not understanding that us academically, we got 5 kids that's juniors that's ready to go to college right now. So I don't know how many schools in the county can say that. You know, all over 3.0 GPAs and pass the SATs. So tell me who's missing out.
A kid over with a 4.0 GPA. We got 2 this year with over 4.0 GPA.
You keep one all every year. One gonna be a 4.0 student. You know, always have one.
And it ain't no school with 4,000 or 5,000 kids at the school either, though. You feel me?
It's 1,300.
Like I'm just saying, ain't no school, ain't too many schools that can say that they football team averages overall 3.5 GPA with the whole team.
That part.
Yeah, you got that one more time. Though, all the way good. Though. Get him all the way good.
The whole
not
team.
from the back. From the,
There ain't too many schools that can say that they whole football team averages a 3.5 overall GPA. Can't say that. We can say that about ours though. That part right there.
I can't keep majority of my talent when I got people sliding in behind. Hey, we gonna pay your $350 for your kid to play here, and we gonna do this and pick them up and drive them out the whole old nine and send them out the neighborhood. When they sit here saying we still had on a down season with low numbers. You know, we started out 2-0. Beat Carlsbad, had the best front seven in high school football last year. We ended up beating them. During the game, I lose 6 dudes that was two-way starters. I only had 27.
in that one game?
In one game.
Yep.
In one game, 4 to injury, 2
They
just.
went down like flies, man.
By the time we get down to second, third quarter, dudes ain't even sweating no more. This ain't like the regular grass. This shit get hot.
Right.
So the body temperatures is up. They start sweating more. That's why I don't let them wear tights like that. You know what I'm saying? Because they know they can't breathe. Next thing you know, they start cramping up. So they dropped us to Division III this year, man. We finally get to lighten up our schedule a little bit to actually have a chance to actually come out and compete. But before, we had a tougher schedule in the county for the first.
You gotta tell them,
6
bro.
years.
It wasn't like y'all was just in a schedule that was too tough for y'all. Y'all was playing the toughest team in the whole city.
Yeah, we playing the toughest in the whole city. We coming out 29 deep with 9 players who it's their first time playing. And then I got 5 sophomores on top of that. And we coming up, man, with the team we playing got 70 across the board, 70 on varsity, 60 on the JV, and 2 freshmen. So I'm like, you know, how can you really compete with that?
No.
But the crazy part is we end up playing with their skilled players being our dudes anyway. Dudes that we coached all the way up from Mighty Mike to 8th grade, and then we got to play against them.
See, that's what I'm telling you. See how they traffic? See, I'm telling you. Someone go to Madison, Port Loma.
So they like to call and clown and be like, hey, bro, we got a kid from over there at VP, man. Hey, he raw, man. I'm like, well, yeah, he was probably like the 10th best kid on our team. He the rawest kid on your team.
Right.
You know what I mean? But then I lost 4 to Helix, and I got 3 to Madison, and I got 3 to Mission Bay, and I got a couple of Kearney, and a couple of Country.
If you could